Good morning. It's Sunday morning over here, and I'm just coming off the tail end of having 3 days off in a row, which doesn't happen for me very often, maybe every 3 months or so, and feels really good. So I've been cleaning. You wouldn't know it. I'm in the middle of doing laundry, and then Puppy decided to come and sit on the laundry, and she sheds like she gets paid to do it. So everyone's just going to have clothing with hair all over it. Well, hair. They're basically going to be wearing dog hair. Anyway, I'm coming to you to talk about my Second and Spruce purchase from September 20th. Today is the 28th. So I'm 8 days after I made the purchase, because this is not a rush. This was a small pre-order window, so you can't necessarily buy these right now. A lot of the people who are going to be watching this video probably have experience with some of these, although I know that some of them are new. But I figured I would just want to share with you. I figured I would want to share with you. I figured you would want to see what I purchased from Second and Spruce. This is, hello neighbors. This is my first order with Second and Spruce. Probably going to be my last one for a while. I might get into that at the end of this. You know what? I'm going to get into that at the end of this video. Keep watching. Even if you're not into the Second and Spruce thing, maybe fast forward a little bit. Maybe I'll put some chapters in the bottom, whatever. I'm wearing lip gloss today instead of my normal matte lipstick because I felt like I needed some moisture. So you probably can't tell the difference and don't give any kind of flying poop about what my lipstick is, but it just feels so weird to me. Anyway, so like I said, on September 20th, I did make a purchase with Second and Spruce, and I did stay within my budget with them, okay? And that's what I'm going to talk about at the end, because I'm going to have to change some things around a little bit. Anyway, we're going to talk about this. So my subtotal came to $50.05. So it's 5 cents over, because I told myself that I was going to spend $50 a month on different vendors. A few different vendors, and probably get through like a good 8 or 9 months before I repeated with a vendor. And then as I was buying with vendors, I was getting really turned on, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm still going to do $50 a month, but maybe I'll do like 20 from this person or 30 from this person, because, shipping and tax, I'm not even going to take that into consideration, whatever. But here's what I did from Second and Spruce. Now, I did some research, because basically what I did was I go into my subscriptions tab on YouTube, and I type in Second and Spruce, and then I get the people who I'm subscribed to, and if they have Second and Spruce in their title or in the description of their video, it would come up, so then I would watch those videos. So I feel like I did my due diligence here. So let's go through what I ordered. I ordered just melt cups and everything, $7.15. I think it's like 5 ounces of wax, maybe 4.5 ounces of wax, or it might be like a little fluctuation in between each. Still a little bit cheaper than Scentsy. Still, the price is not really important to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not rich or anything, but I just don't want to support Scentsy. They don't need my support. So, and they obviously don't need my my salesmanship either. So we're just going to go through, and you're going to see what I ordered. Okay. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 6 melt cups worth of each scent. No, you know what I mean? 6 melt cups, 1 of each scent, whatever. Okay. So I got silk pillowcase. I think this is one of the new ones. Sweet lavender, almond cream, ambrette, dark berries, freesia, tuberose, vanilla, tonka, musk, caramel. As soon as I saw silk pillowcase, I was just like, even with the title, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna love that. I do love lavender. I'm a huge lavender fan. I couldn't tell a huge difference between the French lavender and the Provence lavender from Scentsy. The Provence lavender, if you were a consultant back in 2018, you know that scent actually, because it came out in like 2023 to the public, but we all got that bar of wax when we went on the 2018 Mediterranean cruise. So I actually had a bar squirreled away, and I still have one of the clamshells Even though I'm no longer a Scentsy consultant, it's still a very fond memory for me. So anyway, it was just very good memories. Anyway, I love lavender. The almond cream, I'm hoping that it's not too nutty. I doubt it will be. I have a feeling the tuberose is just going to clean everything up, because tuberose is kind of like a rose fragrance. And then the vanilla and the tonka, I think I'm going to absolutely love this one. Obviously, I'm not going to buy something that I don't think that I absolutely love, right? So let's go on to Velvet Orchard. Velvet Orchard is juicy plums, fresh pear, green apple, tonka bean, cashmere, and vanilla. This is the fruitiest out of all of the things that I have ordered really so far from any of the vendors. I do love plum. Plum and White Woods was one of my absolute favorite Scentsy fragrances almost of all time. It came out with as a scent of the month. Ooh, damn it. With the Love Warmer, the pink square element warmer. Oh. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. So juicy plums, fresh pear, and green apple. I love all three of those. I love when I go into fall fragrances, I don't really go into the spicy and the pumpkin. I go into the apple. I love Johnny Appleseed. I love Apple Press, was actually my favorite apple fragrance. And then the tonka bean, which is kind of like a very deep, non-sweet vanilla. Tonka bean just sort of calms everything down and rounds everything out. And then cashmere and vanilla. Okay, so I think I'm absolutely gonna love that. Glow Up. I know Glow Up was a new one. Glow Up is Cashmere Cozy, which is Mallow Fireside, Cashmere Cream, and Cashmere Cedar. All the cashmeres. Puppy's rearranging. Smoked Vanilla and Cashmere Plum. Now, I do have Cashmere Plum, or is it Plum Cozy? I have Plum Cozy from my Lavender and Speckles order, and that had Cashmere Plum in it, I believe. But then also I got a bar from Melanie just yesterday from Bright House Scents, and she gave me a vanilla cashmere bar that had all these cashmere cream, cashmere cedar, and cashmere plum. By the way, if you know Ashley Overly, she has a very nice channel. I think she and I are in the same kind of an age bracket kind of a thing. She has awesome taste in music. And whenever she talks about cashmere, she says cashmere. I just think that's so cute. I usually listen to her at night in my ears because something about her voice is very calming to me. So that's Glow Up. Looking forward to all of these. But if I say looking forward to this one in each one, you know that I am really looking forward to it. Okay. Enchanted Vanilla. I'm so looking forward to this one. Okay. Vanilla Bean, Sugar Crystals, Tonka. Could have stopped there. But no, it gets better. Marshmallow, Vanilla Cream, different from Vanilla Bean, so this has a little bit of a dairy thing, okay? Gentle Florals, Cashmere, and Amber. That is so me. Oh my goodness. Even just the name Enchanted Vanilla. I'm so looking forward to this. Leaving the job now, blah, 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 blah. Okay, never mind. My husband just texted me. Okay, Christmas on Spruce. Now this is going to be the only holiday fragrance that you see me order this year. And this was directly because of Alexis's reading of what the pre-order scents were going to be. I didn't have any Christmas scents in my list. And when she read this out and described it to me, I was like, oh my God, I gotta do that. Okay, so it's Holiday Wreath, which isn't really super duper piney, right? Touch of Festive Berries, probably a cranberry, gooseberry, whatever that means, kind of a mistletoe kind of a thing. Mistletoe is a little bit bitter, but whatever. Sugar cookies, hint of a warm fireplace. When Alexis talked about this one, she said, it's like a warm Christmas hug. And I went, oh yes. Everybody needs a warm Christmas hug. Even if I'm just warming this on Christmas morning or Christmas Eve, because I'm Italian and Christmas Eve is usually just as big as Christmas Day. And also leading up to, Christmas. Day after Thanksgiving, it's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on decorating my home, seasonally decorating my home. Obviously, I'm not really big on decorating my home whatsoever, except with clean clothes. But with fragrance, yes, I'll do that. I just don't like the spicy stuff. Anyway, Catching Z's. I'm looking forward to this one also. Most of these are going to be warmed in my bedroom. My plan is to sort of blast through the Scentsy in the rest of my house. And then the stuff that I'm buying from vendor is really the bedroomy stuff, okay? Because that's where I'm going to be spending most of my time when I work full time. I'm not really hanging out in my living room. When I come home, a lot of times this is my bedroom, it's over here. I'm sitting up in bed. Honestly, not to get too personal, but when I'm on my couch here, it really aggravates my psoas and my low back and my hip and stuff like that. So I have a hard time getting comfortable on this couch. So a lot of times I'll be sitting up in bed, not necessarily watching TV, because I don't really watch TV too much, but I'll be reading, I'll be on my iPad. And a lot of times I have a warmer next to me. And that's when I sort of enjoy all of these fragrances. These really MetallicaMom specific fragrances. So Catching Z's, again, it's a lavender blend because I love lavender. House lavender blend, which is sweet lavender and lavender sprigs. So you've got the sweet lavender and then the herbal lavender. Coconut milk, which I'm not a huge coconut fan, but coconut milk and things is really nice. Santal, which can be a little masculine leading, a little vetiver black pepper-ish, if done in a certain way. I don't want to say if not done properly. Pink sugar and cookie bomb. That's just so interesting to me that you would put Santal with cookie. It's almost like, because I'm still not all up on the Palo Santo thing, and I just continuously, because I haven't had the full experience of the Palo Santo yet. I have some of it in my trolley curing. I think about that bitter, smoky, ashy thing that Scentsy came out with like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm like, I gotta let go of that. And that's kind of like what I think about with Santal too, because I've had a Santal perfume that I actually ended up throwing out because nobody in my family would wear it either. And then finally, Angels Among Us, which is Angels Share Type, which I have no idea what that is. This was because somebody recommended it to me. Cashmere cream and cashmere cedar. So this is probably going to be kind of like the glow up, but with a little less complexity. It doesn't have the smoked vanilla and the mallow fireside. So anyway, so that's my order with Second & Spruce. Their turnaround time is a little bit later. It's 8 to 10 weeks. So I'm estimating that I get it around November 29th, which just so happens to be my first husband's birthday. But, whatever. I don't know why I always remember that date. Do you ever forget that date? Any of you who have had previous relationships? I still know his social security number, and I hate that. I hate it. Anyway, we weren't together for very long, and I was very young. No kids, no house, no nothing, so it was an amicable breakup. Anyway, that was my order from Second & Spruce, $58.04 with tax, which there was no tax, and shipping. So that's probably going to be my last vendor purchase for a while, just so you know. Yes, the original plan was to do $50 a month, but as you can see, I'm pulling this up now. This is what I have ordered since I took my 6-month hiatus from the end of January when I quit Scentsy, and then when I came back to the wax community. Now, I'm not even including in here my one and only Scentsy order, which was a club subscription, which I opened, I got the order, and then I canceled it before a second one came, okay? I'm not even going to include that here. That was $110. So I did okay in July. Unfortunately, in July, that's when I had that Scentsy Club order of $110. So I really spent $160 in July, $159 in July. So that wasn't my $50 goal, right? Not really. Although I was saying, because I thought that I was going to be keeping my club. So I was like, okay, $50 above and beyond Scentsy. Because I'm lying to myself, right? This is real talk. Then in August, I kind of stuck to it, but I didn't. Because I ordered $79 from Lavender and Speckles. So I rationalized that because I was very thankful that they were combining orders, and I had forgotten to purchase something with my first order. So I made it a double of the, what was it? Pink crystals? I don't remember what the name of I think it was pink crystals. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I doubled that shape bag. So I got a 12-count shape bag instead of a 6-count shape bag, which boosted the total of what I was paying up. So I spent $30 over my budget in August. Then in September, things went to shit. But they didn't go to shit because I'm so excited about this stuff. Now, I have no regrets, but I just need to change things from here, okay? So WaxWimzy is the company that my friend Matt just started. And that first ready-to-ship order was in my budget. It was $49.90 because it was $4.99 per bar and I got 10. And that was within my budget. And I was just like, oh, okay. So then that's my monthly budget. But then the Second and Spruce thing started up. And I'm in all of these groups, which I have now, over the past 3 days, have started to hide the groups for 30 days. Just for 30 days, okay? Because the Second and Spruce thing came up with the thing I just talked to you about. And I was still on the fence about ordering. And I don't want you to take any blame for this. I'm not blaming you, Alexis, but I watched Alexis's video and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do one more. And then maybe we'll consider Matte the one that doesn't count towards my budget, the WaxWimzy, like I was considering Scentsy to be, you know, not within the budget. It was just above and beyond. But then Matte came out with a pre-order. And that's not going to be until like the end of October, beginning of November. And there I only ordered $35 worth of stuff. Okay. So, but all of a sudden September went to $146.76. All of a sudden, just like that. Okay. So there's that, right? I've already got the WaxWimzy ready to ship. I already have that. Then yesterday I get a box from Melanie from Bright House Scents. And it was a huge box. And I was so thankful. And I'm so excited about it. And I love everything that I've warmed so far. I've warmed 2 things so far. I've warmed Marshmallow Clouds last night into this morning because it was still going. And then I swapped that out for River Rocks, which, oh my God, I probably, if I watch that video back, which I only posted yesterday, if I watch it back, I'm probably exhibiting the least amount of excitement for that one. But holy moly. It's so good. And I'm just putting them in Scentsy warmers. Anyway. So then I get this big box and I'm like, where am I going to put all this stuff? Some of you might remember that I had done a series of 2 videos. Is that a series? Anyway, it was basically a wax walkthrough. I was inspired to do that because Etta had done it. And for Etta had a collection. Etta had quite a collection and she went through all of her Scentsy and it was astronomical. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory or a bad way. I'm not putting her down at all. I was so impressed that I was just like, wow, I wonder how many things that she's talking about that I have. And it turned out that she had 10 of everything and I had 1 of everything. So, anyway, I miss Etta to death. I know that she was going through some personal stuff and listen, it's just wax. I hope if you watch this video, I hope you're doing very well. Anyway, I had these trolleys with these drawers that I had gotten at Michael's, at AC Moore, Hobby Lobby. It's all the same shit, right? So it's these 2 big trolleys and they fit 180 bars in each trolley. And so I had 2 of those full when I quit Scentsy. It was about 360 bars. And so over the past 6 or 7 months, between giving a shit ton away, throwing away the wax that I really don't like, I really don't like. I threw away that Bon Appetit bar because I tried to warm it for a second time because the first time I thought I loved it. And then the second time I warmed it, I was like, well, what the fuck is this? I don't want to smell tomato and basil and French baguette. I just don't want to unless I'm going to be eating it. You know what I mean? And it really wasn't authentic the second time around. Anyway, I've been throwing some stuff away. I threw away half a bar of Bonfire Beach because it was a 4-year-old bar and it had gone bad. I've thrown a handful of things away. So I'm down to 1 trolley, which is really good, right? And it's only like 8 of the 10 drawers are full of Scentsy. So then I had 2 drawers and I'm like, okay, these 2 drawers, I can fit a lot of vendor wax. Plus I have a very large melting basket, which is actually kind of like a Rubbermaid thing with a handle. It's more than a basket. It's a lot. But I like it because it's square and I can put stuff on top of it. And I need to, I live in a small space. You guys know that. So between everything that Melanie sent to me, the WaxWimzy ready to ship that already came, the Lavender and Speckles, the Sassy Girl Aroma, the Second and Spruce is coming next month. I have another thing from WaxWimzy coming at the end of this coming month or, October. I don't even know where I'm going to put it all. So I have to put a stop to it. It's not even about the money. I don't know where to put it. Plus, I bought a new massage table yesterday. It was delivered. And that might be something that I talk about in a future video. I'm not exactly sure. over my career, this is the 5th massage table that I've purchased, because they do last forever. But then you go through these phases of, well, they last forever if you take care of them. They also last forever if you don't use them. Anyway, I went through phases where I just gave it away because I was giving up the profession. You guys know I've gone through 3 or 4 seasons of massage in my lifetime. And right now I'm in it. And I just got done with a week at work that was very frustrating for me. It's one of the reasons why I have 3 days off, is because they were closed for a private event for a week, and it turned out that there was no business. And it was very unfortunate, because I felt that with a little bit of foresight and a little bit of better management, they would have been able to say to all of us who work there, you're going to have a vacation coming up. Do you want to take the vacation, or do you want to take a cut and pay? And you'll have to be here. And it was almost like it was a mandatory non-paid vacation, and it really fucking pissed me off. And that's one of the things that you have to deal with when you're an independent contractor, specifically in the spa industry. But whatever, it's something that I saw it happening, because I have more experience than most of my bosses, right, ever. And I saw it happening, and I didn't say anything, and I didn't do anything, and I said, no, they're going to take care of us, and they didn't. So now I'm looking at a shitty paycheck next week. I didn't get anything done because I had to go into the spa every day. And so that's why I took yesterday off, because I was just like, you guys, do you have any work for me? If you don't have any work for me, I'm not going to go in there and sit in there with my thumb up my ass. I said I wasn't going to curse this video, but I guess not. Anyway, it's a shape thing. Not shape thing. It's a space thing. I can't buy any more wax because I can't fit it anywhere. And I want to so bad. My plan was to hit up Knoll's Farm Scents on October 24th. That's their next pre-order. And who knows, maybe I'll go through some wax in the next month, but enough for another pre-order? I don't know, maybe. But for right now, I'm telling myself that I'm not going to. I really don't want to fall into what I see other people doing, which is overbuying. I really don't want to. And I'm not putting you guys down for doing it. I'm telling you that I'm watching it from outside the box, and I don't want to have the problem of now I'm going to go on a no buy. Like I don't want to have to do that, but I have to. I don't want to have to, but I have to. Because I don't know where to put it. And it's not fair for me to take the money away from my family to just buy wax that's just going to sit in my closet. I got to warm the stuff. So anyway, like I said at the beginning, I just spit. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be blasting through Scentsy like nobody's business. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway on my channel. So if you guys are thinking about maybe that you want some old Scentsy, because a lot of it is 4 or 5, sometimes 6 years old, okay? If you guys want some Scentsy, I'm going to tell you to put in the comment section what your favorite Scentsy bar is that you can't get a hold of. And maybe I have it. You never know. I feel like the lighting has changed here, and I'm not really sure why. Anyway, I will, I don't know if I'm going to put this video out today or tomorrow. Today is Sunday the 28th. Like I said, I got to make some lunch for my guys. My husband and my kids were working this morning. I know it's Sunday, but this is something that there's a family business. Whatever, long story. I want to go make them some lunch so that when they come home, they have a nice homemade lunch. And I will talk to you guys later. If you want to contribute to this conversation, let me know. If you have a favorite Scentsy fragrance that you have been looking for, hit me up in the comments, and then maybe we can do a little bit of a deal. I'm not looking to make money. I'm not even, maybe I'll just charge you the shipping. I don't know. I don't want it to cost money to get the shit out of my house. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Subscribe to Metallica.